Hey everyone, I want to start off today by just saying a quick thank you to all the people that send in different comments, emails, messages with content you're seeing in the mainstream media and events you're seeing around the world that are fulfilling biblical prophecy. And I just want to say a big thank you for everything you send. I try and read everything I get, and I thank you to the person that sent in this website. This website is called itsallforyou.com, and it's an advertisement for the new Damien movie, which is coming out in 2016. Just look at this website. The Beast Rises 666. He is the only way to deal with the coming end. Join Damien. It seems like one of those satirical type things, doesn't it, where it masquerades as satire almost. People would just pass this off as being part of a movie, part of a story, make-believe. But it's actually telling you exactly the truth of what it plans, of what is coming, right in plain sight. It is by means of a human personality entirely in his possession that the beast will wage his last formidable offence. He is the Omega, the Blood King, the Willful King, the Chief, Prince, the Beast. Whose side will you be on? He who will not serve will be torn by the Beast. And it's just literally right there. Literally right there in front of everyone's face. Of course, we're talking here about the mark of the beast. We're talking about one of what I'd dub Team Antichrist, because I think there are several different figureheads, so to speak. But clearly the beast side, like the son of Satan.
I imagine you don't remember much. That'll change. The past is like a noose around our necks, wouldn't you say? It's a whole new world. The seal's been broken, the trumpet blown. You have so much to offer. Your father would have been proud. It's so good to see you again, Damien.
The devil has many names, identified by his number. 666. Does that mean anything to you?
He's coming. The beast.
So there it is, the official Damien Comic-Con trailer, becoming more and more blatant now.
The past is like a noose around our necks.
The past is like a noose around our necks. Of course, this is about bringing in, opening the portals, opening the gate for the demonic spirits to come through. Of course, there we've got the piano keys playing, much like we saw in the As Above, So Below movie trailer I covered before, Solomon's Key to Hell. Keys, tones, gates.
The seal's been broken.
The seal's been broken. And then you have the keys of the piano playing.
The seal's been broken, the trumpet blown.
The trumpet, I mean, come on.
You have so much to offer. Your father would have been proud. It's so good to see you again, Damien.
Many names, identified by his number.
Of course, the devil has many names, has many different disguises to confuse people. We've also got the false Christ being pushed. So remember that Hegelian thing. We've got the blatantly dark, blatantly satanic Omen side. And that's contrasted with all of these shots of, well, you got Mary there, the 1,000 points of light. exit sign, the 1,000 points of light to do with Lucifer. I believe that's what that's representing. And then you get the flashes of this false Jesus. You see, it's this Hegelian dialectic, light versus dark. So the Omen child, and then you contrasted with the false light. And then look what we've got there. You see what happens? He drops the cross, and then it's smash. Then we get the smashing straight afterwards. And that's another ritualistic illusion.
He's coming.
The beast is coming, and that's another allusion to their Antichrist ritual. Because remember, they need to smash the veil that they are in. They need to smash through the veil of time and space, the fabric of time and space. And they need to, as we've seen before, bring down this tower to rebuild into their new golden age. That's what they keep showing time and time again. And that is exactly what they were alluding to in the Risen trailer in theatres January 2016. The Risen trailer, they showed the Jesus on the cross, and they showed that same thing of pushing down the cross, of pushing down the tower. Remember, they're trying to invert Christ. That's what the whole turning the cross upside down is, which I'll show you later. And that's what they're doing right here, pushing that down. And it's the same thing as they are doing in that Omen trailer, the Damien trailer, where they drop this cross and smash. He's coming, the beast. So you see how this is him hanging on its chains, looking between the two pillars, looking out between the two pillars there, on its chains, swinging on its chains. It's full, and it's looking out across the waters. There's that sound again. It's just unbelievable, really. Well, not so unbelievable for those that are awake and understand the spiritual nature of this world, but it is very consistent, very precise in the way it works. So this is, as I said, that demonized, purposely demonized son of Satan thing. And of course the mark, which that website was alluding to, the mark. We know that if you take the mark of the beast, it is a one-way ticket to hell. So let's not overcomplicate that, in that is something that needs to be avoided. The satanic kingdom works in the Hegelian dialectic, which is problem, reaction, solution, thesis, antithesis. All of those tie into this Hegelian between the two pillars. It's the only thing it can do, because it's bound by it. So you'll get this one that's purposely demonized, and then the other extreme is the one that isn't demonized. Almost like a Cain and Abel story, actually, essentially, to simplify it further. So you get the Cain side, then you get the Abel side, the false Christ, which we'll go into. But so this essentially is the same figure. We see it being pushed in many different areas. This is in a computer game for the Xbox and PS3 called Lucius, and you see the Omen type child coming through the gate of hell, the ninth gate. And we saw another band. It's a German band called Oomph, called Augen Auf. I've got English subtitles on here. And how they're talking about this being the cornerstone here. And you get that same child coming to a birthday party in this house. Kind of like that meal again, like the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, the Last Supper before they come out. But you see how it's this child again, And yeah, cornerstone. They're trying to smash the cornerstone because Jesus Christ is the true cornerstone. And they're trying to smash it. We've got that Last Supper type meal out of the belly of the beast. You know, my personal belief is that there are several figures. This isn't important to know for salvation, but this is important if you're on the lookout of what's to come and to avoid deception. This is quite important to at least have some grasp of that it works in this false light and dark paradigm. And you see in Michael Jackson's Earth Song, you're seeing the same type of thing here because they're changing time. You see, it's all to do with the soil. Remember Cain, the worker of the soil. The time they have to change time, the time manipulation. And Michael Jackson playing that in black and red. You see how all the perfect storm, and then Michael ends up between the two pillars. Like that Samson figure. So the destroyer. Destroying so that the rise of the white side, the rise of the light, the false light of Lucifer. Because they need to change and it's the same thing every time. It's that black figure that, you could say that's like the black cube. And then it destroys and rebuilds into this white, into the transfigured Isis, the transfigured. And it really is that simple. It's the same thing over and over, but just under different guises and disguises.
When the Jews return to Zion, and a comet rips the sky, and the Holy Roman Empire rises, then you and I must die. From the eternal sea he rises, creating armies on either shore, turning man against his brother, till man exists no more. The book of Revelations predicted it all.
Well, I'm not here to listen to a sermon.
It is by means of a human personality entirely in his possession that Satan will wage his last formidable offense.
So certainly different figures being pushed in the mainstream media, and it's the way that it tries to trick people into wanting the false light. But essentially it is all the beast. It is all the beast. It's a double-headed, it's a two-sided, two-faced beast. It's a cloak of light. And it is all to do with Lucifer. Let's not overcomplicate it. So finally, in regards to this, look at this clip here from one of my older videos. You see that coming through that cave from the womb into the shaft of light, the blinding light. It's kind of hexagon shaped there as well, interestingly. So you see how it's fighting against these armies, all these Hegelian battles. And again, the most important thing to remember is that there will be, they work in the Hegelian dialectic. If there's nothing else you get from this video, I just want to put across there that there is a big false battle. It's basically fighting against his own shadow. So if you understand, it's fighting against its own reflection, and that's the way it works.
Imagine the idea of heat. Heat means nothing without some understanding of something which is cooler. When comparing these two concepts, Hegelian resolution is formed, resulting in various temperatures. Or rather, the thesis is heat and the antithesis is the cold. A resolution constitutes our understanding of temperature. Under Hegelian dialectic, this understanding of temperature means nothing without an opposite Hegelian thesis and antithesis. Long story short, Hegel says that our minds can't contemplate anything which can't be split up into two polar opposites. Two polar opposites. Make sense? Long story short, Hegel says that our minds can't contemplate anything which can't be split up into two polar opposites. Make sense? Or rather, the thesis is heat and the antithesis is the cold. Under Hegelian dialectic, this understanding of temperature means nothing without an opposite Hegelian thesis and antithesis. Long story short, Hegel says that our minds can't contemplate anything which can't be split up into two polar opposites.